Good morning, guys, and welcome to another update on the market. For today, I decided to cover Australian dollar versus US dollar. I will speak about the gold market, crude oil, and Bitcoin versus US dollar. I will start with Australian dollar versus US dollar first. So basically what we have here, this is a 4-hour time frame, and I found a breakout of this rising trend line that held pretty much, for about a week or so. But market did a breakout yesterday to the downside, and so far this morning, what they found is we have market tried to rally of this consolidation, but we can see that sellers that are coming in, and that is also a very strong resistance because the previous support at 0.6 400 mark now became a strong resistance, and also this diagonal trend line also became resistance. So we have some confluence of the resistance levels at this point. So the likely scenario, based on my view, is that we might see the downside rotation and further lower prices towards the lower diagonal of this channeling mode, and also there is a pivot level right here from November 3rd. So that's a most likely scenario to happen. But in case of the, for example, upside move through this pivot, and if market can hold above, then there is a chance for the price to rotate back to, let's say, 0.6480. So that's an alternative scenario based on the current condition of the price action, but it's also possible. If we speak about the gold market, we had this breakout of this trend line and this upside channel, plus we broke the support at 1934. And from my perspective, there is a chance for the lower prices in the next period and for the market to attack 1914 or 1906, and maybe even the next period to reattack to retest this full low at 1885. If we go, so this is a 4-hour time frame. If we go to the hourly time frame, just to see what is the situation there, you can see the market tried to rally, and it just failed because there is a lack of buying power, and the sellers are taking control again. The momentum looks pretty strong and pretty decent. So we also fulfilled all of this single prints, or this basically push that we had last week. And the odds are now, and the chances from my perspective is for further lower prices is most likely to happen. And as I said, the first objective is the 1914 mark. Now, in case, let's say the alternative scenario, if we can see some upside breakout, if we put like this trend line, if market can really like rally aggressively, into this above this pivot 1934, and then spend some consolidation there, that can be a chance for higher prices towards the 1946. But that's a really alternative scenario and will need lots of power and time to develop. So at this point, the downside cycle and downside condition is present, and it's more likely scenario to happen and to continue. If we speak about the crude oil, we had some climaxes that happened, like some buying climaxes that happened yesterday. You can see this wide spread of the bar followed by a down bar and another wide spread of the bar. So this might be the climatic action, and which may cause, and it's already causing the price to go sideways, but there is even chance for the lower prices because this weakness appeared in the background. And there is a chance for the retest of the highs at 86.28, and even for the market to try to go to all the way down to the 85.30. So that's a one scenario, but this buying climax is definitely a sign, a big warning for the buying, the upside continuation. Now, if let's say the upside scenario to develop further, I would like to see the market to go above 88.29 and really try to hold above that pivot, and that will be a good sign for the further higher prices, maybe even to the 90 mark. But at this point and at this stage so far, that's a really alternative scenario, and so far we have consolidation potential for the downside move. On the Bitcoin and nothing really changed. If we go to the 4-hour time frame, you'll basically see that we have the very clear support zone in a very important support cluster around 23,300 up to 25,300 mark. And market is very, trading very tight in this consolidation. And we can also see the resistance around 26,200 mark. So I would really like to see either the market to break the resistance or support in order to confirm the further direction. Because at this point, market is just doing the consolidation. If we can clear, for example, 26,300 mark and hold above, this can be a sign for potential retest of 27,200 mark or even 28,000 mark. The downside scenario, if market can really trade lower and take 25,000 mark, 25,300 and hold below, this can open the door for 24,000 and even 23,000 levels to be on test. So that will be all for this update. And I hope that you did enjoy. And as always, guys, trade safe and speak to you from tomorrow morning.